Imagine a love story. Not just any love story, but one that defies the very fabric of time and space. A love story that blossoms in the most unexpected of places during one of the most tumultuous periods in human history. A love story set against the backdrop of the Cold War. A time of suspicion, a time of secrets, a time when the world was divided by an iron curtain and trust was a rare commodity. Yet, even in such a climate, love found a way to flourish. This is the story of Dmitri and Catherine. Two souls from opposite sides of the ideological divide. Dmitri, a brilliant Soviet physicist, dedicated to his work and his country. Catherine, a cunning American intelligence operative, skilled in the art of espionage. He, a brilliant Soviet physicist, a man whose mind was as sharp as the instruments he used in his laboratory, a man who believed in the power of science to change the world. She, a cunning American intelligence operative, a woman who navigated the shadows, gathering secrets and information. A woman who believed in the power of knowledge to protect her nation. Their paths crossed in the most unlikely of places. A scientific conference where minds from around the world gathered to share their discoveries. It was here, amidst the exchange of ideas and theories, that Dmitri and Catherine first met. A shared passion for quantum physics drew them together. They spoke the same language of equations and theories, of particles and waves. Their conversations were filled with excitement and curiosity, a meeting of minds that soon became a meeting of hearts. Their love story is one for the ages. A tale of two people who found each other in a world that sought to keep them apart. They shared stolen moments in hidden corners, whispered words of love in the dead of night, and dreamt of a future where they could be together without fear. A testament to the power of love to transcend political divides. Their love was a beacon of hope in a world overshadowed by conflict. It showed that even in the darkest of times, love could find a way to shine through. It's a story of scientific discovery. Together, they pushed the boundaries of what was known, exploring the mysteries of the universe. Their work was groundbreaking, their discoveries revolutionary. But it was their love that truly changed the world. A story of personal sacrifice. They faced countless challenges, from the scrutiny of their peers to the dangers of their respective professions. Yet, they remained steadfast in their love, willing to risk everything for each other. It is a story about the power of love to change the world. Dmitri and Catherine's love was a force that transcended borders and ideologies. It was a love that inspired those around them, a love that proved that even in the most divided of times, love could bring people together. The Cold War, a time of great tension. The world was divided into two opposing camps, each armed to the teeth and ready to defend their ideologies at any cost. The Iron Curtain had descended, splitting Europe into East and West, communism and capitalism. Families were torn apart, friendships severed, and a pervasive sense of fear and suspicion took hold. The Soviet Union and the United States were locked in an ideological battle, each determined to prove the superiority of their way of life. Propaganda was rampant, and both sides engaged in a relentless arms race, amassing nuclear weapons that could obliterate the planet many times over. The stakes were unimaginably high, and the world watched with bated breath. The threat of nuclear war loomed large over every decision, every diplomatic move. People built bomb shelters in their backyards, schools conducted air raid drills, and the specter of annihilation was a constant companion. It was a time when the very survival of humanity seemed to hang by a thread. In this climate of fear and mistrust, Dmitri and Catherine found each other. He was a brilliant scientist working on groundbreaking research in quantum communication behind the Iron Curtain. She was a daring intelligence officer, tasked with uncovering Soviet secrets. Their paths crossed in the most unlikely of circumstances, and against all odds they fell in love. Dmitri's work was highly classified, and he operated under constant surveillance. The research he was conducting had the potential to revolutionize communication, but it also made him a target. Catherine, on the other hand, was skilled in the art of espionage. She navigated a world of shadows and secrets, always one step ahead of those who sought to uncover her true mission. Their love was forbidden, dangerous. They met in secret, stealing moments together whenever they could. Each encounter was fraught with risk, but the connection they shared was undeniable. They dreamed of a future where they could be together without fear, where their love would not be a crime, yet they dared to dream of a different world, a world where love, not war, defined the future. They envisioned a time when the Iron Curtain would be lifted, and people could live freely, without the constant threat of conflict. Their love gave them hope, a beacon of light in the darkness of the Cold War, a world where love, not war, defined the future. They imagined a place where their children could grow up without the shadow of nuclear annihilation, where nations could coexist peacefully, and where the barriers that divided humanity would be torn down. Their love was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest times, hope could flourish.
The Berlin Wall stood as a stark reminder of the divide. It was a physical manifestation of the ideological chasm that separated East from West. Guard towers and barbed wire underscored the harsh reality of a world split in two. Yet even in the shadow of this formidable barrier there were those who dared to hope for a better future. It was a time when even a single red rose could symbolize hope amidst the barbed wire and guard towers. The rose, delicate yet resilient, stood as a symbol of love and defiance. It was a reminder that even in the most oppressive circumstances the human spirit could not be crushed. Dmitri and Catherine's love was like that rose, a beacon of hope in a world overshadowed by fear and division.
Dmitri was a visionary, a man of science. He believed in the power of quantum physics to change the world. He dreamed of a future where communication would be instantaneous, secure, unbreakable.
Catherine was a woman of action, trained to navigate the shadows. She lived a life of secrets, her mission to protect her country.
Fate brought them together. Their connection was undeniable, a shared passion for knowledge, a mutual respect, and a love that dared not speak its name.
Despite their different backgrounds, Dmitri and Catherine found common ground. They came from worlds that were seemingly at odds, divided by politics, culture, and geography. Yet, in the midst of the Cold War, their hearts spoke a language that needed no translation. They spoke the language of science, the language of curiosity, the language of love. In the sterile environment of the lab, surrounded by beakers and test tubes, their connection grew stronger. Each experiment, each discovery was a step closer to understanding not just the mysteries of the universe, but the mysteries of each other. Their conversations were a meeting of minds, a clash of perspectives. They debated theories and challenged each other's beliefs, but these intellectual battles only deepened their bond. Through every argument and every agreement, they learned more about each other's souls, and yet, they were drawn to each other. In the quiet moments between experiments, a glance, a smile, or a shared silence spoke volumes. Their love was not just in the grand gestures, but in the small, everyday moments that made their connection unbreakable. Their love blossomed in the shadows. Away from the prying eyes of a world divided by suspicion and fear, they found solace in each other. The secrecy of their meetings added a layer of intensity to their relationship, making every moment together precious, fueled by stolen moments and whispered promises. In the dim light of hidden corners, they shared their dreams and fears, their hopes and doubts. Each whisper was a promise of a future they dared to dream of, despite the world around them.
Love, in its purest form, knows no boundaries. It is a force that transcends the limitations imposed by society. Like a game of chess, their love was strategic, thoughtful, and filled with anticipation. Each move they made was deliberate, each moment together a victory against the odds. It transcends the barriers of nationality, ideology, and even time. Love is a universal language that speaks to the core of our humanity. It bridges gaps and builds connections that defy logic and reason. For Dmitri and Catherine, their love was a beacon of hope in a time of darkness. For Dmitri and Catherine, their love was a testament to the universal language of the heart. It was a reminder that even in the most challenging times, love can flourish and thrive. Their story is a timeless example of how the language of love can overcome any obstacle, bringing people together in the most extraordinary ways.
Entangled hearts, entangled particles, a scientific breakthrough.
As Dmitri and Catherine's relationship deepened, so too did their scientific collaboration. They began to see the potential of quantum entanglement.
A strange phenomenon where particles become linked, sharing the same fate no matter the distance.
Could this be the key to unlocking instantaneous communication? Could they use this to transmit messages across continents, across ideologies?
Love and duty at Crossroads.
Their work was fraught with danger. The KGB watched Dmitri's every move.
The CIA monitored Catherine's every contact. They were risking everything. Their careers, their freedom, their lives.
Torn between love and duty, Dmitri and Catherine faced an impossible choice. Could they find a way to be together, or would their love be another casualty of the Cold War? Quantum entanglement, the ultimate expression of love.
Dmitri's research took a radical turn. He theorized that quantum entanglement wasn't just for particles. He believed that human emotions, love in particular, could also be entangled.
Could love transcend the physical realm? Could it be measured, transmitted?
This was groundbreaking, dangerous, heretical.
Love conquers all, the legacy of their quantum romance.
The details of their story remain shrouded in mystery. Some whisper that Dmitri and Catherine used their discoveries to escape, to find a life together, away from the prying eyes of their governments.
Others claim their research was buried, deemed too dangerous, too world-changing.
What we do know is this: their love story sparked a revolution in our understanding of consciousness, of human connection, and the very nature of reality itself.
Please like and subscribe for more content.